Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 7 review. Great looking slip phone, but Iterative's Android. Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 7 review. Stunning design and fun features, yet lacks innovation. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 7, the latest iteration in the Flip series, presents a sleek design and enhanced features, but it doesn't significantly change the game. This 7th generation device boasts a larger cover screen and an expanded internal display, yet it remains fundamentally similar to its predecessors. As one of Samsung's flagship folding phones for 2025, alongside the Z Fold 7, the Flip 7's primary appeal lies in its ability to fold one of Samsung's largest screens in half, making it more convenient to carry. Priced starting at £1,049, €1,199, $1,099, $1,799, it competes closely with the standard S25 Plus and the ultra-slim S25 Edge, offering a slightly larger display. The Flip 7 is marginally taller and wider than the previous model, accommodating a 6.9-inch inner display. It is also 1.2 mm thinner when folded compared to the Flip 6, although the difference is hardly noticeable. This contrasts sharply with the significant redesign seen in the Fold 7 this year. The new cover display now occupies the top half of the device, elegantly framing the cameras and LED flash. This upgrade allows for more notifications and widgets to be displayed, and it looks visually appealing, especially with a well-chosen wallpaper, particularly in the striking dark metallic blue color. While the exterior features hardened glass, the internal screen is protected by a softer layer that is prone to fingerprints, glare, and scratches, necessitating more careful handling than a standard smartphone. The Flip 7 is water-resistant, but lacks dust resistance, so it should be kept away from fine particles that could interfere with its hinge. Specifications: 6.9-inch FHD plus 120Hz AMOLED Infinity Flex display. Cover screen: 4.1-inch AMOLED 120Hz, 345 ppi. Processor: Samsung Exynos 2500. Storage options: 256 GB or 512 GB. Operating system: One UI 8 based on Android 16. Camera: 50 ppi, 12 ppi rear, 10 ppi front-facing. Connectivity: 5G, Nano SIM plus eSIM, Wi-Fi 7, NFC, Bluetooth 5.4, GNSS. Water resistance: IP48 up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. Folded dimensions: 85.5 x 75.2 x 13.7 millimeters. Unfolded dimensions: 166.7 x 16.5 millimeters. Weight: 188 grams. Performance: quick and responsive, but battery life could be better. Equipped with the Samsung Exynos 2500 chip, the Flip 7 offers high-end performance, comparable to the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite found in other flagship models. While it may not dominate in raw performance metrics, it delivers a smooth user experience, including solid gaming capabilities, although it can become warm during extended use. Battery life, however, is a slight drawback, lasting around 36 hours on a mix of 5G and Wi-Fi with about 6 hours of screen time. This performance is on par with the smaller S25 model, meaning most users will likely need to charge the Flip 7 nightly, especially since 5G usage drains the battery more quickly than on Qualcomm-powered devices. One UI 8, a feature-rich experience. The Flip 7 is among the first Samsung devices to launch with One UI 8, Android 16 pre-installed, which is one of the most refined Android versions available, offering extensive customization and reliable performance. The interface closely resembles that of the standard S25 line, featuring various AI tools for writing, image editing, transcription, and translation, along with Google's AI services like Gemini and Circle to Search. The Now bar is particularly useful, displaying ongoing activities such as sports scores, music playback, timers, and alarms. The Flip 7 also includes features that leverage its folding design, such as a flex mode that shifts content to the top half of the screen while placing controls on the bottom half when folded into an L shape. Additionally, the external screen allows users to view notifications, respond to texts, control music, and access various widgets without opening the phone. Some apps, including Google Maps, Messages, WhatsApp, Netflix, and YouTube, can be accessed directly on the cover screen. However, using other apps requires downloading Samsung's Multistar plugin from the Galaxy Store, which should ideally be a built-in feature. Samsung commits to providing Android and security updates until July 31st, 2032. Camera, a mixed bag. The camera setup on the Flip 7 is one of its weaker aspects. It features a 50-megapixel main camera and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera on the cover, along with a 10-megapixel selfie camera on the inside. While the selfie camera performs adequately for video calls, it struggles in low-light conditions. For better results, users can utilize the main camera for selfies, using the cover screen as a viewfinder. The main camera excels in well-lit outdoor settings, capturing detailed and vibrant images, but it can produce darker, grainy photos in low-light environments. The ultra-wide camera is decent for landscapes, but also falters in dim lighting. The camera offers various fun modes, including the ability to shoot photos and videos while partially folded, reminiscent of old-school camcorders, or propped up for hands-free selfies. Overall, while the Flip 7 captures decent images, its camera performance does not quite match that of standard flagship devices. Sustainability efforts. The Flip 7's battery is designed to last for at least 2,000 full charge cycles, while retaining 80% of its original capacity. The device was generally repairable, with internal screen repairs costing around £294. Samsung also offers a self-repair program and Care Plus accidental damage insurance, which reduces repair costs to £119. Constructed from recycled materials, including aluminium, cobalt, copper, glass, gold, lithium, plastic, rare earth elements, and steel, the Flip 7 contains 18.2% recycled content. Samsung provides trade-in and recycling programs for old devices and details the phone's environmental impact in its sustainability report. Pricing. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 7 is priced starting at £1,049, $1,199, $1,099, and $1,799. In comparison, the Z Fold 7 is priced at £1,799. While Show, the Flip 7 stands out as Samsung's most visually appealing flip phone to date, with the most notable enhancement being the larger cover display. However, much of the device remains similar to its predecessors. The internal folding display is impressive but requires careful handling. The fingerprint scanner, while excellent, is positioned a bit too high on the side of the phone. The camera quality is decent but does not reach the standards of typical flagship phones, and the battery life is somewhat lacking. The software experience is robust, with 7 years of updates promised. Yet the overall impression is one of incremental improvement rather than groundbreaking change. The Flip 7 remains the best option for those seeking a large screen in a compact form factor. Pros: larger external screen, impressive folding display, IP48 water resistance, excellent software with extensive updates, numerous AI features, attractive design, and enjoyable to use. Cons: high price point, less durable than traditional phones with expensive repair costs, lacks dust resistance, camera performance falls short of flagship standards, and overall feels like an incremental update. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7, the ultimate foldable phone. Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 7 may just be the foldable we've been waiting for, but at a price that'll make your wallet cry. Can a phone that doubles as a pocket tablet and nears mainstream usability justify a $2,000 price tag? Let's dive in. Smaller, sleeker, and closer to perfection. Foldables have always been the tech enthusiast's oddity, bulky, fragile, and impractical. But the Z Fold 7 dances on the edge of being a real phone. At 215 grams and a folded thickness of 8.9 millimeters, it's slimmer than most flagships. You'd hardly guess it's a foldable until you open it to reveal an 8-inch OLED display that makes tabs look tiny. But here's the design trade-off. Where's the missing piece? Samsung achieved this svelte shape by overhauling its hinge. The new Waterdrop Fold eliminates the saggy gap we've seen in prior models, but it still doesn't close perfectly flat. The camera module now juts out awkwardly, a necessary evil for better specs. And yes, the S Pen is gone. Cameras finally catching up. For years, foldables meant settling for mid-tier cameras. The Z Fold 7's 200-megapixel primary shooter changes the game. It snaps photos nearly on par with Samsung's flat flagship, the S25 Ultra. But the 12-megapixel ultra-wide and 10-megapixel telephoto still trail behind. Performance is fiery, if it doesn't melt. Packing the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip, this phone blazes through games and multitasking. But extended gaming triggers thermal throttling. Speed drops by 40%. Heat management isn't Samsung's strongest suit. Battery life remains the weak link. A 4400 mAh battery keeps up decently, but charging speeds are stuck in the slow lane. Wireless charging maxes at 15 watts, and wired tops 25 watts. It's like filling a Tesla with a gas station nozzle. Android 16 and One UI's AI ambitions. As one of the first phones with Android 16, the Z Fold 7 gets 7 years of OS updates. The Now Bar, Samsung's AI personal assistant, sounds cool on paper, but barely moves the needle. Where most phones emphasize cloud AI, Samsung offers a local-only toggle for privacy buffs. Multitasking is where it shines. 3 apps side by side. Tick. Floating windows that defy Google's Android limits? Tick. This device transforms into a portable workstation. Need a better reason to carry a tablet? The elephant in the room, that $2,000 price. Samsung's trying to justify the cost with trickle-down tech. Here's the reality. You're paying for 1. A thinner frame. 2. A proper 200MP camera. 3. Android 16. 4. 7-year support. Verdict. Niche masterpiece or overpriced experiment. If you've got the cash, this is the foldable that finally feels like a finished product. But the price means it's still a status symbol. Should foldables aim to replace phones or stay in their niche? TLDR, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is absurdly advanced, but absurdly expensive. It's a tech triumph that most will admire from afar. Controversy comment hooks. But here's where the debate rages. Is $2,000 a barrier to entry or a fair price for innovation? Is the lack of S Pen support a deal breaker? Does the thin design justify the camera bump an imperfect fold? Sources: Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 specs, performance and photography benchmarks from hands-on testing. Price comparisons with Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold and Motorola Razr Ultra. Media references preserved as original URLs. Worried about the Galaxy Z Flip 7 screen durability? Here's what Samsung says. Are you concerned about the durability of the Galaxy Z Flip 7 screen? You're not alone. And here's what Samsung has to say about it. Quick summary. Samsung Display has assured that the durability of the Galaxy Z Flip 7's folding screen matches that of the Galaxy Z Fold 7. This announcement follows the revelation that the Z Fold 7 screen is designed to endure extreme temperatures more effectively. Consequently, the folding screens of both devices are considerably more robust than those of their earlier models. Recently, Samsung Display revealed that the folding screen of the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is rated for an astonishing 500,000 folds. Additionally, they indicated that this screen can better handle extreme temperature variations. But what about the folding screen of the Galaxy Z Flip 7? We reached out to Samsung Display to clarify whether the durability ratings for the Galaxy Z Fold 7 also apply to the Galaxy Z Flip 7. In their response, they explained that the tests conducted by Bureau Veritas were specifically for the foldable panel of the Galaxy Z Fold 7. However, they believe that the foldable panel in the Galaxy Z Flip 7 also possesses durability comparable to that of the Fold 7, thanks to various technologies designed to enhance durability. To put it simply, while only the Galaxy Z Fold 7's folding screen has an official rating of 500,000 folds at room temperature, 60,000 folds at -20 degrees Celsius, -4 degrees Fahrenheit, and 300,000 folds at 60 degrees Celsius, 140 degrees Fahrenheit, Samsung Display's comments imply that the Galaxy Z Flip 7 screen should perform similarly if it were to undergo formal testing. The durability ratings for the Galaxy Z Fold 7 represent a significant advancement for Samsung's foldable devices. Previously, Samsung had disclosed that the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and Z Flip 5 were rated for only 200,000 folds at room temperature, a mere 30,000 folds at -20 degrees Celsius, and 150,000 folds at 60 degrees Celsius. While the Fold 7 and presumably the Z Flip 7 may have a notably shorter lifespan in colder conditions, it still marks a substantial improvement over earlier Samsung foldable models. Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 7. Features: largest flex window ever, 6.9-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X folding screen, 7 years of software updates. Price: MSRP of $1,099. Description: the Galaxy Z Flip 7 combines a 6.9-inch main display with a 4.1-inch flex window outer display, emphasizing AI capabilities. At just 13.74 mm thick when folded, it is the slimmest Z Flip model to date. Equipped with a 50-megapixel camera and a range of AI tools, Samsung describes the Z Flip 7 as a pocket-sized selfie studio. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. Features: thinnest and lightest Z Fold yet, enhanced durability, 200-megapixel primary camera, Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy. Price: MSRP of $1,999.99. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 boasts an 8-inch OLED screen, a powerful 200-megapixel camera, the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy chipset, and a 4,400 mAh battery.